Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my new subscribers also. My name's Paul Reed and I'm a professional photographer. My main passion is monochrome photography. That's what this channel mainly consists of. The purpose of this channel is to inspire you as photographers, and that's through looking at my photography and then also just the knowledge that I'm going to share with you that I've gained over the years. Now, towards the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you my latest project and then also some street photography. So you got that to come. But why am I saying that you should be starting a photography project? Why is that so important? Well, I believe that it's absolutely critical for you as a photographer to start a photography project. It's going to give you clarity. It's going to make you hone in on what it is that you want to be shooting when you're out there. But how on earth do you come up with a photography project idea? Now, this must come within you. It's got to be something that's important to you. It's got to be something that you've got a passion for. And sometimes that's even difficult to turn those feelings, those emotions, and even sadness into art sometimes. But that's where you need to be delving into for your photography projects. Something that you're really passionate about. What is interesting to you? What do you want to show the world? Start with a loose project. Maybe it's just street portraits. I've got a very loose portraits project, and in the end, you know, I'm probably going to put a book out of those portraits. I've got a loose street photography project where I love going out doing street photography, but it's within those kind of vague projects that the real projects come from, where you really start to concentrate and get something substantial. The time traveler project, for instance, would never have happened if I wasn't already out there shooting street photography. It was the location that I found that inspired that shoot. It brought back a memory of stories that I used to come up with as a child of a time traveler in a hat, and that is what inspired me to do the time traveler shoot. But had I not been out shooting street photography, I never would have came up with that idea. Now, there's long-term photography projects and there's short-term photography projects, and it's always good to maybe have a mix of those, because then you've always got something to shoot. And also, long-term photography projects, there seems to be no end to them at times, and it's good to be able to finish something. Then you feel like you're making progress. A long-term photography project, for instance, would be capturing your children's lives as they grow up. Now that's like, what, an 18-year project, providing your kids still let you take their photographs as they get older. But that's a long-term project. And that's a really special, important project to do, because those are times and memories that you're never going to get back. Kids grow up so fast, so that is a really important project for you to have if that's one of your projects that you decide to do. A short-term project, for instance, could be that a circus is coming to town and it's only going to be there for a week, and you want to photograph all the behind the scenes stuff of a circus. That's a short-term project. You know that there's a beginning and an end to that. And things like that are really good to have also, because as I say, it just always makes you finish something that you've started. It's good to have projects with an end date, and it's critical to have projects with an end result or product. That could be prints and an exhibition, or it could be a book, or it could be a zine, or it could be all of those things. But it must be turned into something physical. Now, my advice, if you are doing a long-term project, is either put a little bit of financing aside for the end result for the prints, or print the really good ones as you go, Otherwise, that's all going to mount up at the end and you're not going to be able to fund the actual end product. My time traveler project, for instance, is already being printed gradually. I decided that I was going to use the Platinum Palladium printing process for that particular project. So I went to RJ Print Lab and I did a workshop, and it was specifically really for the time traveler project because I had the end result in mind as to what I want as the final product. And that's really good to do. Now, Platinum Palladium printing, you know, I'm always going on about that almost as much as I go on about the Leica Q2 Monochrom, but Platinum Palladium printing is just a fantastic process, and as usual, I'll leave a link in the description for RJ Print Lab if you want to go on one of those workshops with him. Either way, you need to be deciding how you are going to be printing your images in the end. Now, I've spoken long enough. I'm going to now show you my latest project and some street photography. I'm here in London today. Basically, I'm doing street photography as usual. However, I'm actually doing a project, and the project is very specific to the London Underground. The inspiration actually came from a tattoo that I've got as part of my sleeve, and it's an expression really on the subject's face. It's kind of like an angelic look almost. It's kind of like almost like looking up to God or heaven. And obviously this is a tricky thing to try and pull off because these people aren't posing for me. These are candids. So I'm really looking out for this specific expression on people's faces. And they've got to be on their own on the tube, and you know, they're in kind of specific seats in the tube as well. So I could come back with absolutely nothing today. But if it all goes wrong, then I'll just come back out and I'll do some street photography again instead. But I'm hoping, you know, to just get a few more to add to this project because I think it is a really good project. It's got a working title of Lonesome Underground, but I'm not totally sure on that. I'm going to go down into the underground now, and then hopefully I'll show you some photographs. What I'll do is I'll start these photographs off with the 3 that I've already got, and then hopefully there'll be a few more as well. I'm using the Q2 Monochrom, and most of the time what I'm doing is I'm using zone focusing. So I'm basically, you know, judging how many meters people are away, and you know, just shooting rather than using the actual autofocus. If you wonder kind of how I'm kind of managing to get those photographs, I'm actually kind of looking down at the screen. Now, it's not a flippy screen on the Q2 Monochrom, but you can see it. You know, it's almost like I can't fully see it, but I can see the silhouette kind of the person, so I can compose it. And then because I've got it zone focused, then I can just snap away at the moment whenever they have the you know, the expression or look on their face that is going with this project. What I'm going to do now, though, is because I'm a bit sick of being on the underground, is I'm going to do some street photography now and hopefully get some stuff up here as well, because you can get a little bit bored if you kind of just, you know, and I've been on it for ages. So hopefully now here's some street photography. Going to go back down on the underground because I just it gets too much and it's so specific to what, you know, I just can't face it. But I'm going to carry on with that project, and I think I've done pretty well today on it. What do you think? Did I? I think it's shaping up, and yeah, let's just see what happens with it. So don't forget to subscribe and like and all that sort of stuff, and look, tell me in the comments what you guys want to see. Is there anything specific that, you know, you'd like to know or see? I'm still doing the workshops, the online one-to-one workshops. So, you know, hit me up if you're wanting one of those booked in, and then also the mentorships as well. So just give me a shout if you want one of those. I'll see you next time.